I figured I would make a video. I've been posting a lot about MetaMasks in different countries, and also been showing a lot of crazy, crazy things going on. Let me just explain what happened. I decided to take a month vacation. I finally figured out a way to make things run smoothly. So I thought, okay, let me just take off. I need a break. It's been a couple years of high drama and a lot of things going on with the houses and my health. So I thought, okay, I'll go to Bali, and then I'll go to Bangkok. I'll go to Hanoi, Kyoto, Tokyo, and then come back home and feel refreshed. My original idea was to write a book about my career coaching and talk about the importance of making relationships for your business and for life in general. So I go to Bali. I meet my tango buddy, Marco, an Italian guy living in Ubud. And I thought, well, I'm not dancing. My ankle's a little bit messed up, so I'll just go up to Ubud, relax a bit, go to the tango, maybe try out a little bit, but meet friends. Call up Marco and say, hey, let's go meet at tango and have a beer, and I'll watch him dance or whatever. He brings a buddy named Zen along, and we get to talking. And Zen mentions the business and the missing link and invites me the following morning to have a more in-depth talk with himself and Marco. Fast forward a few more days, I'm meeting the other founder, Mauro, and the team basically gets together and says, hey, let's bring you on board, and somewhat of a missing link, right? So I became the Director of International Business Development. So my subsequent trips became basically one whole business trip. And I found a sense of livelihood. I found a sense of gratification. Up to this point, I'd worked in mobile telecommunications, feeling that was helping society, somewhat, but all the output was years down the road. This one is instantaneous. Of course, there's roadblocks. There's people who are not wanting a certain product or wanting a certain product or what have you. But it's been incredible meeting people, asking people for help, and being able to meet people. One of the students I coached, her mother was very instrumental in helping me get meetings set up in Vietnam. I meet one gentleman and quickly picks up the phone and makes a phone call to the Ministry of Science and Technology, and an hour later I'm in a government office talking to this lady who was actually also a study abroad student in Japan like myself many years ago. So she's going to introduce me to some other ministries and try to get things going. A gentleman in Korea wanted like almost a million masks, right? And of course we're going crazy at MetaMask trying to fill meet orders, but also expand our productivity. And that's where we're at the moment. I looked a little bit ahead. I think a couple days later, coronavirus started making the news. A couple days later, after I had joined, and I just started posting and started educating myself and started taking a look at what other masks provide, what MetaMask provides, and basically do my homework. Price over several weeks doesn't become an issue. Comfort, style, and also the mask, the technology itself are things you want to look for when you do your homework. I don't want to make this into a commercial, but I like to share my thoughts on what I felt besides the corona part. I was on motorbikes in Indonesia and Thailand and Vietnam. My throat didn't hurt like it used to. I'm in the plane. I'm not drinking as much water because I didn't need it. I wasn't drying out, dehydrating myself. Japan is on the verge of their pollen season. And I remember how I felt during that season. And I'm looking forward to wearing my mask when it comes time for that part. So it's just interesting how a simple device is able to bring comfort to one's life And of course, you do your own homework and see what works for you, and hopefully it's working in the current situation. But getting back to the relationships, I mean, yet again, meeting people, creating relationships just brings a lot of opportunity. And I'm just happy that I had this opportunity in my life to provide something, and also just get out and be the international business person that I like to be. I look forward to my next trip, which is coming at end of March, beginning of April. And until then, I'll be in Seattle. If you're in Seattle, let's have a drink. Can't do dancing at the moment. Look forward to bringing my houses to the next level and doing business from my place, doing it globally, and getting back out and seeing a lot of people. Thanks much.